Hi all, another um, demonstration of an oil painting, this time sped up and narrated for your convenience. Seems to be a popular format. So I'm laying in a gestural sketch with some, I think brown and red mixture, paint fairly thinned down. Getting this graceful female figure down. It was a nice pose I found on croquiscafe. I did change the arm, her left arm, so the one to our right had a different position in the reference, and I changed it. I think maybe, maybe it was quite similar to this. I'm actually not sure now that I think of it. I'll find the reference and link it underneath this. I cannot. Sorry, taking a bite. I cannot show the reference on this video, but I can show the link to croquiscafe. So here's the gestural lay-in, and I thought to come in with plenty of color for the shadow shapes. Usually I work with quite a muted brownish color like Van Dyke brown or burnt umber to lay in the shadow shapes, and I just wanted to infuse plenty of color in this sketch. I'll call this painting an oil sketch. So that's what I did, and I'm trying to work with a limited number of brushes. I think I used about 5 brushes, which is maybe already a bit too much. I'm coming in with some darker tones for the hair and the suggestion of a cast shadow near the knee, and that's pretty much all I need to do. So looking at the figure now, we already get a very clear idea of the volume, the lighting circumstance, and what the figure is doing. So it won't be long before I start filling in the light area, and I think for that I use some fairly natural looking skin tone, kind of Caucasian skin tone, which is usually a mixture of plenty of white, some yellow ochre, and cad red or permanent red. And well, you can vary on it and throw in some cad orange or alizarin crimson. Of course, you can throw in a little bit more of a brownish hue. Skin tone is not one particular tone, so I'm looking for plenty of reds, for example, near the ear and the nose, and fine variation. It's basically filling in with plenty of color. I already used not too much thinned down paint. It was diluted with a little bit of linseed oil, but not much more, and just get a nice coverage and be able to work the layers of paint into one another. I'm definitely trying to just fill everything, but also connect to the background. So here and there I kind of color, quote unquote, outside the lines, and that's done relatively on purpose, and just to already think about where I want some connection, perhaps with the background, and that might change, but I don't want to see the figure as an isolated kind of image that it needs to be colored in precisely loose or apart from the background. There is some refinement now in values, finding some lighter tones to establish a more three-dimensional suggestion in the light side. And as loose as it is now, I like it that way. I always find myself noodling about too much and refining to a point where I have to admit to myself that at a certain point before maybe the sketch was more interesting. I managed with this one to keep it fairly loose and suggestive and not be too precise with everything. So I think this way of working with quite some undiluted paint, a little bit of linseed oil, it works very well for me. I like the kind of direct, opaque filling in of the colors, and working with a large, simple brush, a flat brush usually, to just get some good tones and values in place very quickly. So now I'm applying color to the background. I think I kind of made a mixture with some cooler hints of tone in it, so white and a little bit of I think green, Viridian green or sap green I think, and also some blue. And here it's important for me to not avoid the kind of silhouette of the figure, of the foreground. So the paint seeps into it, and I lose edges here and there. Now, at some points I want to keep them lost, and some points I might want to bring them back. That's the kind of flexibility and liberty you have with oil paints. With not only with oil paints, by the way, with plenty of tools and media. And what you sometimes see me doing, if you caught it, I don't know, is get some paper towel or something and just wipe off paint that I consider to be wrong. And that's of course perfectly viable as well. You can just take some cloth or paper and wipe off the paint that you think is wrong, or that you want to alter, and if it's too thickly placed on the canvas, that can be difficult. So why not just take it off? It's funny, but it took me quite a while to kind of recognize that as a viable option, and a very good one. All in all, this painting took about an hour and a half, so relatively quick for my level and general tempo. Usually it can take 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours even, for a painting this size. But then again, that would be a painting with a little bit more detailing and precision in it. The kind of loose, expressive nature of this painting was kept, and that perhaps helped to well, reduce the time spent. Now that this background is filled in, it's a little bit of refinement. I'm trying to bring some of the color of the background into the shadow area, so it still reads very warm and colorful, but I've toned it down significantly. and that kind of brings the piece a little bit more together, and of course shows a little bit more interaction and connection between back and foreground. And all of a sudden the painting process has stopped. So this was it. Here you see the final result. I'd like to say thanks for watching again, and see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.